Hello. Okay, good morning everyone. So today we will see some problems which are based on the Pythagoras theorem. And now first problem is in front of you. Let me see whether my voice is clear. Yeah. Okay. So first problem is in front of you. The problem is Jack is trying to prove the Pythagorean theorem given the area from the square using the proof below. Okay. So here uh, area is this diagonal. Okay, here this area is given 100 centimeter square, and here the area is 64 centimeter square. Now this is a square, so I can find out side length by taking a square root. This is a square root, a square. If I say area of this part is going to be a square. Okay, now here the Pythagorean theorem is that a square plus b square is equals to c square. Okay, now a square is b square plus c a square plus b square is c square. A square I don't know. The second here it is b. If it is b, then b square is 64. Now a square plus 64 is going to be 100. Let us assume. Then a square plus 64 will be 100. What we are doing? We are subtracting 64 from both the sides. So I get a square equal to 36. Okay, that is correct. And a square is 36, so we will take square root. Square root is plus or minus root 36. Okay, so here it should be plus or minus root 36, and I will get plus or minus 6. But as we are talking about area, we are talking about side. Side is never negative, so here side will be plus 6 centimeter. Now is the Jack proof correct? If not, where did he make his first mistake and how can he fix it? So the first option given is Jack's proof is not correct. He made his first mistake in step number 3 by subtracting 64 from a side of the equation. Now that is not correct. Actually he subtracted 64 is right. If I consider step number 2 is correct, then in step number 3 I should subtract 64. He should have added 64, so that is wrong. Now second option is Jack's proof is not correct. He made his first mistake in step number 4 by finding the sum of 100 and negative 64. He should have found the sum of 100 and 64. Again this statement is incorrect. Okay, these two statements are incorrect. Third statement is given Jack's proof is not correct. He made his first mistake in step number 5 by finding the square root of 36. He should have left the integer as 36 instead of solving for the radical. Now that is again incorrect. When I get a square as 36, then my next step should be I will find the square root. Okay. Or what I will say that yeah, I can say that we can stop here. Jack's proof is not correct. He made his first mistake in step number 5 by finding the square root of 36. He should have left the integer at 36 instead of solving the radical. And last option is given Jack's proof of the Pythagorean theorem is correct, but his final answer should have also included minus 6 centimeter. Now here there is some like problem I have, that I can consider this option as correct or this option correct. Now if I stop here, if I stop here means I stop at a square equal to 36. Okay, that is also a fair correct answer. A square is 36. Okay, because in Pythagoras what we said that a square plus b square is c square, and I find out a square. Now let us see the question. Jack is trying to prove the Pythagorean theorem given the area from the squares using the proof below. Okay, so I think I should stop at this stage only. A square is equal to 36. After that I should not move further. So this option I will consider as correct one. Okay, let us move to the next question. What is the distance between point minus 4 minus 6 and 8 minus 10. Now to get the distance we use distance formula, and that distance formula again here little bit of Pythagoras we will use, because if suppose this is coordinate axis, minus 4 minus 6, minus 4 minus 6 will be somewhere here, okay, and 8 minus 10, so 8 will be somewhere here and minus 10 will be somewhere here, okay. So if I draw this I will get a right angle triangle, and as I get a right angle triangle, here the coordinate is minus 6 minus 6, and here the coordinate is 8 minus not here, here the coordinate is 8 minus 10, okay. Definitely if I draw this right angle, so here the coordinate is going to be 8 comma minus 6, okay. Now if I figure out this distance, horizontal distance, then 8 minus of minus 4 I will get 12, and here the difference I will get 4, okay. So here the difference is 4, here the difference is 12. So my answer, I use the Pythagoras theorem. So if say this is x, this distance is x, then x square will be equal to 12 square plus 4 square, 12 square 144 plus 4 square 16. So this is 6 plus 4 10, 160, I will get 160. Therefore the value of x will be root of 160. Now root of 160 is it should be definitely more than 12. 15 into 15 is 225, so it should be less than 15. So the answer could be this 12.6, okay. So I'm not using calculator. Without using from these options we can conclude that 12.6 will be the right answer, okay. The hypotenuse of the triangle is 37 millimeter long. One of the leg is 24.5 millimeter long. What is the measure of missing leg? Round to the nearest if necessary, okay. So now you can see here 44 is not correct because my hypotenuse itself is 37, so no other side is going to be more than this 37, so these two options are absolute incorrect. Now 27.7 and 11.1, let us understand this 24.5 and here it is 37, okay. So if one leg is 24.5 and your hypotenuse is 37, okay, then I can find out this side, okay. If calculator is allowed, then it will be easy for you to calculate, okay. Let us do that. What we will do, we will say suppose this is x, again I will take this as x, then I will say that x square will be equal to 37 square minus 24.5 square, okay. If calculator is not allowed, then the best option is that I will use identity a square minus b square, otherwise 37 times 37 minus 24.5 times 24.5, okay. So this is 768.75, 768.75. Now I want the square root of this, so x is root of this 768.75, okay. 768.75, if I take the square root, so this whole power 0.5, it will give 27.72, 27.7. So this 27.7 is the correct one, okay. Definitely I have two choice only. Now this 768 is way away from 121, which is the square of 11. That also gives me an idea that 127.7 is the right answer, okay. Let us move to the next question. Andrew and Stephen were in Washington DC visiting the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, okay. From there Stephen decided to visit the National Gallery of the Art, which is located 0.2 mile north. Andrew decided to visit the National Museum of the American Indian, which is located 0.2 miles east. How far the Andrew and Stephen when they are visiting the two museums? Round the nearest tenth necessary, okay. Andrew and Stephen were in Washington DC visiting the Smithsonian airspace. From the from there, Stephen decided to visit National Gallery of Art, which is located 2 mile north. So 2 mile north, suppose this is the place, and from here we go 0.2 mile, okay, north, and then the other one is going east. This is north, this is east. Now east, how much distance you are going? You are again going 0.2 mile only. So what is the distance between you two? Again you are going to use the Pythagoras theorem, because here you will get 90-degree angle. Suppose this is x, so I will say that x square will be equal to 0.2 square plus 0.2 square. 0.2 square is what? 0.04 plus 0.04 is equals to, so therefore I will get x square is equals to 0.448, so 0.8. So therefore x is root of 0.08. Now root of 0.08, I will calculate that. Root of 0.08, so 0.08 power 0.5 square root, I am calculating 0.5, so 0.2828, 0.2828, 0.28, what we are getting? 0.2828. So the nearest value to this is 0.3. Okay, 0.3, right? Okay, next, Andrew and Stephen. Okay, the same problem. Okay, we have already covered this problem. Okay, here the size of television screen are described based on the measures of diagonal. Samsung released 146 inches screen called the Wall this past August. The width is 50.1 inches long. What is the height? Round to the nearest tenth. Now I have this 50.1 square plus this height square, h square, is going to be 146 square. Okay, so therefore h square will be is equals to, here I have 146 square minus 50.1 square. So 146 square minus 50.1 square is what? 146 into 146 minus 50.1 into 50.1. Okay, so I will get something 18805. 1880, I will take 6 by rounding it, and therefore h will be square root of the same thing, so whole power, I will say that the whole power 0.5, and the answer is 137.13, 137.13. So 137, this last option is your correct answer. So your height is 137.1 inches. Wonderful. Okay, now Sira is planning to climb a Saltloaf mountain, which is in the shape of a triangle. Its maximum elevation is 1282 feet, and its steepness is 13 to 62.1 feet. What is the width of the entire mountain? Now here the diagram will be something like this. Okay, here the steepness is given 13 to 62.1 and height is given 1282. Now round the answer to the nearest whole number. Enter only the number answered in the box, whole number. So if suppose this is x, I have x square will be equal to 13262.1 square minus 1282 square. Okay, so I calculate this and I will get answer as, let us calculate here. It is 13262.1 square minus 1282 square. Okay, then I will take its square root, so power 0.5. So 13199.9. Now 13199.9, if I want to round off to the whole number, it will be 13200, right? You understand how to round off? This 9 I have to add 1, so it will become 0, and this will become 10, so again 0, and this will become 2. 13200 is the value of x. So 13,200 feet is your right answer. Use the Pythagoras theorem to determine the distance between the 2 points on the coordinate plane. Now here I use the Pythagoras theorem. So okay, this length, if I see horizontal length, first let us see, this horizontal length is of 6 unit, this vertical length from 3 to 5, it is of 5 unit. So this x square, again x square using the Pythagoras theorem, is 5 5 is 25, 6 6 is 36. So 6 plus 5 11, and 5 plus 3 plus 3 is 6, 61. So x is root of 61. Find the distance between 2 points. Round your answer to the nearest 10th place. Okay, we have to round it off. Now this is approximately equal to, if I calculate, then it is 61 power 0.5. I have to find the square root. It is 7.81. 7.81. I have to round it off up to one decimal place, so it is 7.8 will be my answer. 7.8, rounding to one place. Okay, use the Pythagoras theorem to determine the diagonal measurement of the front face of the rectangular prism on the coordinate plane. Again, here you can see 1 2 3 4 5. This is 5, length is 5, and this height, if I calculate, height is 1 2 and 3 unit is the height. Now I have to calculate the diagonal. So again, x square is going to be equal to 3 square plus 5 square. Now 3 square is 9, 5 square is 25, 25 plus 5 is 30, 34. Now x is what? X is root of 34. Now root of 34, so I will say that 34 power 0.5. Okay, 34 power 0.5, 10th place again. So 5.8, 5.8 is the best answer. 5.8. Okay, up to 10 decimal place. Unit, if it is given, you have to mention, otherwise fine. Okay, units. Okay, Mr. Jones noticed that his down sprouts, which run vertically down the corner of his house, are not working correctly. To reach the gutter on the front porch, the ladder must reach 12 feet above the ground. Mr. Jones placed the ladder 3 feet from the base of the house. How long must the ladder be so that the Mr. John can reach the gutter? Show and explain the steps of your answer. So again, it's simple. Okay, now 12 feet, this is 12 feet, and here its width is given 3 feet. So I need to find out what is the length of the ladder. That means this ladder I have to calculate. So this is x. Okay, again we use the Pythagoras theorem. I will say that x square is 12 square plus 3 square. So 12 square plus 3 square, this is 144 plus 9, 9 plus 4 13, so it is 153. So therefore x will be square root of 153, square root of 153. Now square root of 153, so I will say that 153.153 power 0.5. Okay, so it is 12.36, 12.36, 12.36, so 12.36. okay, but I have to round it off to 10th place, so it is 12.4, 12.4. 12.4 is the correct answer. Okay, now next problem. The distance between the point A and B on the coordinate plane is 5 unit. Okay, point A is shown, where is point B? 5 unit. Find the possible y value of the point B. If the shape created were to resemble a backyard, how much fencing in meter? If the shape created were resemble a backyard, how much fencing in meter would be needed to go round the yard? Okay, now B is 5 minutes away, so I will take this A as center, and I will take a radius of 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So 1 point here, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 point here. Similarly 1 2 3 4 5, 1 point here, and similarly 1 2 3 4 5 somewhere here. Okay, I will join them and I will get a circle like this. Now the question is, find the possible y value of the point B. So the y value will lie between, here it is -4 and here it is 6. So I will say that the y is greater than or equal to -4 and it is less than or equal to 6. Okay. This is first problem. And then if the fencing, I need a fencing, so fencing, it will be circular in shape. The distance between point A and B on the coordinate plane is going to be 5 unit. Find the possible y value of the point B. If the shape created were to resemble a backyard, how much fencing in meter would be needed? So length of fencing, it will be 2 pi r. So that is 2 times 3.14 I will take into radius. Radius here we have taken 5. Okay. So 31.4. So 31.4. Okay. Unit. This is the length of fence which we need. Okay. Next question. Now next question is, there is a slide at the local elementary school. There is a slide at the local elementary school. Your little sister loves to ride. Okay. Your little sister loves to ride. Fine. She climbs 7 feet up the stair and slide down 11 feet. So 7 feet up and then slide down. This is 11 feet. Okay. 11 feet. She then has to walk back to the stair 9 feet to ride again. This is 9 feet. Now, does your little sister walking up the stair, sliding down the slide and walking back to the stair form a right angle triangle? Yes or no? So I don't think so, because here this 7 square plus this 9 square should give me 11 square. Now 7 7 is 49, 9 9 is 81, 9 plus 1 I get 10, and 8 plus 5 I get 13. So this slant height and this is surely not equal to square root. I will say that is not equal to 11 square. I will say 11 square is 121. So this is not perfectly a right angle triangle. Yes, just justify how you determine this is or not a right angle using the mathematics. Show all steps. So this is what you are going to do. You are going to find the square of 7 and 9 and add them, and if it is not equal to square of 11, you get the answer. Okay. Now Zoel is trying to prove that prove the Pythagorean theorem using the proof below. The first answer should be rounded to nearest 10 thousandths. So proof is that a square plus b square is equals to c square. Now 2, so this vertical height is 2 square plus this is 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 square is c square. We get root of 40. So root of 46.3246 unit we get c. Okay, now let us see one by one. Options. Is the Joel's proof correct? If not, where did he make his first mistake and how can he fix it? So Joel's proof is not correct. He made his first mistake in step number 2 by switching the legs of the triangle. He should have 6 square plus 2 square is equals to c square. It doesn't make sense. You write 6 square plus 2 square or 2 square plus 6 square. It is one and the same thing. Okay, it's up to me what I will take, a vertical side or horizontal side. So this is wrong option. Joel's proof is not correct. He made his first mistake in number 3 by finding the product of 6 square. By finding the product of 6 squared, he should have found the sum of 6 and 6. This is again not correct. Product is right. Joel's proof is not correct. He made his first mistake in step number 4 by finding the sum instead of the product of 4 and 36. Instead, again I should do the sum. This is also not correct. So Joel's proof of the Pythagorean theorem is correct, but his final answer is not correct. And last is Joel's proof and the final answer are correct. Okay, so again there is a confusion, because if I took square root I get a negative as well as positive sign, but as here we are discussing the length cannot be negative. So to me it is Joel's proof and the final answer are correct. I will say this is the answer. Okay, now the next question again. Again the same type of problem. Now here a square plus b square is c square. Now I have 6 square. Let us count 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, and here 1 2 3 4 and 5. So 6 square plus 5 square. Okay, c square is, now 6 square is not 12, so this step is incorrect. Okay, now let us see the this is step number 3. Joule's proof is not correct, as he made his first mistake in step number 3 by finding the product of 6 and 6 by finding the product of 6 and 2 and 2. Huh, he should have found the product of 6 squared. Okay, 6 squared. Joule's proof is not correct, so this is right answer. He made his first mistake in 2 by switching the legs. Okay, that is not correct. Joule's proof is not correct. He made his first mistake in step by finding. Okay, this is not correct. Right, so second option is the correct one, because here he made a mistake. He should have 36. 6 6 are 36. Okay, and the last one, there is a slide at the local elementary school. Your little sister loves to ride. She climbs 7 feet up the stair and slide down 11 feet. She has to walk back to the stairs 9 feet to ride. Okay, this problem we have already done. Okay, so this is not a perfect right angle triangle. So this is what we have some of the questions from the Pythagoras. Okay, I hope you understand all the questions. They are simple to answer, right? Okay, so I will see you next time. Bye bye, take care. Right.